Hello, my name is Simonize and welcome to another Simonize guide video. Today I've got your Rogue Phase 3 and 4 best in slot equipment guide for the Burning Crusade. This is a video guide on the best available equipment for rogues for PvE damage dealing in Phase 3 and 4 of the Burning Crusade. Phase 4 is merged in here because there aren't a lot of relevant items that get added, so we're just making it all in one video. I'll show the best equipment, where to get it, and a few close alternatives. The item comparisons in this video are based on my spreadsheet, version 2.1.9. The rankings are not based on feelings, memories, or less accurate comparison systems like equivalence points. There's a link to a video about how to use the spreadsheet yourself in the description of this video. Now, without further ado, let's get right to it into the helmet slot. And we're going to want the Cursed Vision of Sargeras from Illidan's Stormrage in the Black Temple. This is a really good helm item with a lot of stats that we want on a rogue. It is a good bit better than the Slayer's Helm from Archimonde in Hyjal Summit. For the shoulders, we're going to want Slayer's shoulder pads, which drop from Mother Sharaz in the Black Temple. There's actually a lot of new shoulder slot items added in Phase 3, and none of them are particularly good other than Slayer's shoulder pads. That's what you really want. And Slayer's shoulder pads are what you're going to use for the rest of the game. They don't get replaced in Phase 4. They don't get replaced in Phase 5. These are your final end game best in slot shoulders. For the chest, you're going to want Slayer's chest guard from Illidan's Stormrage in Black Temple. The Midnight chest guard and Nether Shadow tunic and other things are noticeably worse as an individual item, and they don't help you access the powerful set bonuses of the Slayer set, which you really want. For the hands, we have another easy choice in that the Slayer set item is both the individually strongest item and it helps us access the powerful set bonuses, so that's what we want. And the legs is the same story. Slayer's leg guards from the Illidari Council in the Black Temple, very strong item, and they'll unlock our 4-piece bonus on the Slayer's set. Now, the set bonuses on this set, the 2 set is really the most important one. It increases the haste from your Slice and Dice ability by 5%. This is a pretty big boost to the damage output of your character. The 4 set bonus increases the damage dealt by your Backstab, Sinister Strike, Mutilate, and Hemorrhage abilities by 6%. So no matter what talent specialization you are, what combo point builder you're using, this is going to be a strong boost to your damage. Now, if you can't get the Cursed Vision of Sargeras, your next best setup is going to be just 5 pieces of Slayer's armor. And you can see if you try to swap out for any of these other items that are just individually weaker than the Slayer's armor, it's even worse for you. So really, it's 5-piece Slayers or 4-piece plus Cursed Vision are the setups you're going to want, and you really pretty strongly prefer the Cursed Vision setup. Now, for the offset items, we're going to start with the necklace, and we finally get an upgrade over our Choker of Vile Intent in the form of a Choker of Endless Nightmares from Supremus in the Black Temple. The Choker of Serrated Blades is a trash drop in Hyjal Summit. It's also an upgrade over that, but not really that substantial. I think it's still worth it to use the Braided Eternium Chain, even when you have Choker of Endless Nightmares, as the benefit to your whole team is pretty significant and outweighs the individual damage loss for equipping that necklace. For the cloak, we've got the Shadow Moon Destroyer's Drape from Tehran Gorefiend in the Black Temple as the best option. We have this item here, Cloak of Fiends in green, because it is added in Phase 4. That's why it's green. And it comes from the Timed Chest in zul'aman. It's a very close alternative to Shadow Moon Destroyer's Drape, and it's much easier to get than a 25-person raid drop. So personally, I'm not going to put the Shadow Moon Destroyer's Drape very high on my item priority, because I know, if a Phase 4 rolls around and I still don't have that cloak upgrade, there's a very easy to get alternative out of zul'aman that is not noticeably different in performance. For the bracers, we have another great item from Tehran Gorefiend in the Black Temple with Insidious Bands. These are a pretty substantial upgrade over the bracers we had from Phase 2, the Van Braces of Ending. And we have the Badge of Justice reward Master Assassin wrist wraps listed here. That'll be accessible in Phase 4. But it's pretty unremarkable. Little upgrade over the Van Braces vending, but really, you've got a lot of options above that. For the belt, we're still using Belt of 100 Deaths from Lady Vosh in the Serpent Shrine Cavern, and it's still a good deal ahead of all the alternatives. The Shadow Walker's Cord from Shade of Akama, just unremarkable in comparison. For the boots, we've got Shadow Master's boots from Mother Shahraz in the Black Temple as our best boots. And similar to the cloak, we have a very close alternative added in Phase 4, the Ninja's Tabi boots from Badge of Justices. So, because this very close and very easy to get alternative exists, I'm not going to personally prioritize Shadow Master's boots very high on my item list. I'm going to focus on other items that are harder to replace and have weaker alternatives. For the rings, we've got Stormrage Signet Ring from Illidan Stormrage as the absolute best ring we can get in this phase. And then in Phase 3, your second ring options are Band of Eternal Champion, Ring of Deceitful Intent, Ring of Lethality, Band of the Ranger General. There's not a big difference in performance between any of those 4 rings. And then in Phase 4, you're going to gain access to Signet of Primal Wrath, which is a bit better than the other alternatives. So in Phase 4, you're going to want to be rocking Stormrage Signet Ring and Signet of Primal Wrath. For the range slot item, we still have Arcanite Steam Pistol on top, but we get a very close alternative with Twisted Blades of Zarek from Terran Gorefiend in the Black Temple. For trinkets, we have a couple things added. Berserker's Call comes in Phase 4, and Madness of the Betrayer and Ashtongue Talisman of Lethality will be accessible in Phase 3. But our 2 best trinkets are still Dragonspine Trophy and Warp Spring Coil from Phase 2. The Berserker's Call is pretty nice, especially for short combat engagements. These comparisons are done on a 3-minute combat engagement. If you have a much shorter time, like say 30 seconds, Berserker's Call is going to be way up in the ranking as one of the best too, because you have a significant amount of uptime on that activated effect of the Berserker's Call. Activated trinkets are always difficult to judge clearly because it always depends on how long you're fighting for, to say for sure how they stack up against other trinkets. For the weapons, we obviously have the Warglaive of Azzinoth main hand as the best weapon a rogue can get in Phase 3, 4, and 5. It's just the best. However, it is a very rare legendary, and I don't really expect everyone to be able to get this, which is why I based the comparisons around the next best non-Warglaive option, which is Vengeful Gladiator's Slicer. You can see the Warglaives, about 73 DPS above that, just on the individual item, not the Warglaive set bonus. And then Talon of Ashara is a little bit behind the Vengeful Slicer. Blade of Infamy from Anetheron in Hyjal Summit, which will be accessible in Phase 3, is worse than Talon of Ashara. So if you already have Talon from Phase 2, you don't need to worry about Blade of Infamy. And then Heartless here, which is accessible in Phase 4 in zul'aman, is noticeably worse, but I wanted to include it so you know for sure that this stacks up pretty poorly against the other available weapons for your main hand. For the offhand, again, the Warglaive of Azzinoth is the best, and it's plus about 15 without counting the set bonus. And the Blade of Savagery is your next best option. And outside of Warglaive, Blade of Savagery is going to be your best offhand for the rest of the game. This comes from Mother Shahraz in the Black Temple. It has very fast speed and a lot of good rogue stats on it. Now, if you can't get the Blade of Savagery, your next best is the Vengeful Quick Blade, which will require arena rating, or by the time Season 3 rolls around, the Merciless Gladiator's Quick Blade will no longer require arena rating, so you'll be able to pick that one up for sure, regardless how skilled you are at arena or not. And then the potential offhand sword from zul'aman is Akelzon's Talon Blade. You can see here, it's just worse than the Merciless Gladiator's Quick Blade. And that's it. That's all the equipment you need to know about for your rogue for Phase 3 and 4 of the Burning Crusade. Remember to also have fun with your friends. This is a team-based video game, and having fun and a good time is what it's about. Thanks for watching the Simonize Show. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Can't wait for more sweet videos? Links are on screen that you can watch right now. Be sure to join the Discord server and pop by on Twitch to catch me live. Links to both are in the video description. Thank you for watching and have a great day.